I try to show people the value why you need life insurance and what life insurance can do for you while you are still living.
So, Elijah, what would you say that has been your biggest growth moment in your journey so far?
Two things: biggest growth moment personally in my journey, hitting certain milestones in annual production, and then growing a team. A year ago, my leader said, "You're going to grow a team." I said, "No, I'm not," because I want to hit, let's say, 100, $200,000 and become an absolute master, complete expert in this industry, know every single detail about it. I'm glad that I listened to his advice because, in addition to growing a team, I'm building bonds and friendships with these individuals. I'm learning about them and also helping them out financially as well.
All right. So then I know that you mentioned that you work with a lot of different people. How would you say that you stay grounded outside of work?
Yeah, it's called work-life balance. You have to have a balance.
What would your younger self say about where you are now?
Incredibly proud because when I was younger, I was very shy. And now I feel like I can talk to anybody in any type of room, any type of environment, situation.
And then, I know that you've kind of mastered talking to everyone, as you mentioned. How would you handle any doubt or fear that kind of creeps in while you are trying to talk to somebody new?
I believe in what you put into this world is what you receive. If you want positive and good stuff, you need to feed your mind and energy and soul with positive manifestation.
So I know that on other episodes you mentioned about how there are different policies. How would you explain a complex policy to a family that doesn't have any knowledge about life insurance?
I break it down very simple. First consultation, I ask them, "What do you want from this life insurance policy? What do you know about life insurance?" And I give them a full rundown education on how life insurance works and what type of policies there are in the U.S. market. I uncover holes in their lives, and then using the needs based analysis, that allows me to make recommendations for this policy is what you need. I recommend it. It's going to fill the gaps in your current coverages, or if you don't have any coverage at all, this is going to help you out, help your family out financially, protect your income, mortgage. You can leverage life insurance in different ways.
Do you think that you can expand a little bit more about all the different styles and policies that there are?
Absolutely. So with life insurance, you can leverage different policies because we offer so many different types of product. First off, you have term, which is temporary. You're renting life insurance a certain amount of time. The amount that you're paying is level, does not change regardless if you age or get sick. Next, we have different types of permanent plans, and these plans can be designed to meet and reach different goals. Some will generate cash value that allows you to pull money out and buy assets. Or if you want to just go on a vacation, you can do that. Next, will pay you if you want to leverage it as a retirement planning option.
I know that you said like you speak with a lot of people that might not have any knowledge in the beginning. What are some questions that you wish that a potential client would ask you just so that they could get more knowledge?
I would want them to ask me, what's my experience level like? What about this type of product do I know? What is the financial rating on such company? What are some case studies done for living benefits? I had this one client of mine ask me, can I send him some case studies on living benefits? Has the company really paid hundreds and thousands, if not millions of dollars to individuals if they got sick?
Oh, what would you say if trust plays a role in this line of work?
Absolutely. Whenever you're looking for life insurance and you're about to work with an advisor, I 1000% recommend that you trust your advisor. Life insurance is very important. Would you want to work with a shady individual? Absolutely not. So trust plays a major role.
I know that you've said about how, like, in forms of outreach, that you do networking events and then you also do social media. What would you say that your social media and how has it impacted? Like, how have you gone about that?
What does that back say? Okay,
Rank runner.
rank runner. So rank runners, they have been very beneficial in helping me out grow and build my social media in terms of sharing my content, helping me post content, what to post, when to post, and how to post it. They've been very helpful, helping me grow my pages. In addition to the networking events, that's how I get most of my business. 90% of my book of business is by going to networking events.
And then what would you say is the long-term power of going to these events so frequently?
Long-term benefit is the more you go, more people see you there. They know what you do, and builds the trust, builds rapport, you build friendships. One of your goals is to get business. from a networking event, which is 95% of most people's goal by going to a networking event, you will reach your goal.
Okay. And then do you ever get nervous before going to networking events? Or do you think that you kind of mastered that?
I used to get nervous, yeah. So every time I go to a networking event, I sit in my car and I pray. I pray that I reach my goals. I pray that I've connect with great individuals and just really meet superstar people that help me to grow, and I can also provide value to them and help them grow as well.
All right. And then what would you say is your follow-up routine after you meet this potential client at a networking event?
So you have to stick to a process and trust the process, TTP. It just depends on like once you get a feel for the individual, you just gotta follow a process is different in terms of frequency. Let's just say you can follow up with somebody twice a week, then after amount of time, go to twice a month, 2 3 months after that, once a month, and then depending on how you feel or what you got in your pipeline, you can go to twice a year, let's say.
When working with, strangers in a room and a lot of them, how do you establish a relationship with them rather than just trying to sell something?
So I never try to sell anything. I try to show people the value why you need life insurance and what life insurance can do for you while you are still living. And when I'm at networking events, of course, my number one goal is to get clients. My goal is to get clients, and how I do that is just it comes in various forms. So one form is like people ask me what I do. I tell them I'm a life insurance broker, and ideally, I would love them to be like, "Oh man, my wife has been begging me to get life insurance for the past few months." That's how I booked a couple of appointments that way.
Viewers watching this right now, what would you say is kind of hard for them to hear, but is important for them to hear?
So the topic of life insurance, discussing that with your family is very important because if you don't have your financial household in order, it's very hard for you to get anything else in order. If you have a mortgage or just anything, like, do you want your family to worry financially in your absence?
What would you say to someone if they said, life insurance is just not for them?
Life insurance is for anybody. Like I said, you can leverage life insurance for so many ways. Treat it as a retirement program, retirement planning, investment vehicle, legacy planning, estate planning, things like that.
Hopefully, this is not the case, but if this were the last podcast that you were ever to record, what is the last message you would want to say to the viewers?
Get life insurance.
All right. Thank you so much, Elijah. I will list some links below so that you can get into contact with him if you are curious about how to go about getting life insurance because he is an expert. Thanks so much for watching.
Thank you. Talk soon.